The Dilemmas of Humanity conference in Brazil was a life-changing experience. The conference was held at an MST school. South Africa, India, Pakistan, Asia, all across the world was being represented.
My mother was a teaching girl. My father was a garden boy. That's why I'm a socialist. I'm a socialist. I'm a socialist. That's why.
I think that sometimes as militants, in the day-to-day, we're really focused on the specifics that we're working on in what we're doing and in our particular geographic region, but I think that conferences like this give us a really sort of much more broad understanding of how this system just basically works in the same way everywhere.
Irvin Jim kicked things off by explaining the basics of how capitalism exploits workers.
If you work 7.5 hours, I'm sure if you are a worker in the north, within 2 hours what is due to you is paid. But if you are the worker in the south, within 1.5 hours what is due to you is paid. The rest of other hours is given to the bosses for free.
You know, coming from America, being raised in capitalism, socialism sounds like a foreign language even to those of us that consider ourselves revolutionaries. So right now it's just a learning process, like a straight political education process for me, like from top to bottom, even communicating with people who you speak a totally different language from, being in a room with like 4 total strangers, but they're also like movement-minded people. And really it's making me think about Black Americans and our place in the global movement more versus the national movement.
Ser muito importante para mim, eu tenho a consciência que eu não estou representando só a minha instituição. Eu estou representando cada jovem negro, cada mulher negra, cada pessoa da periferia que não teve a oportunidade de ter uma perspectiva de vida, porque foi limitado pela mão do Estado e que usa seu maquinário genocida para impedir que nós possamos nos organizar.
Dentro do movimento e do movimento Sem Terra, que é sobretudo um movimento camponês, né? O movimento já está com seus 31 anos e sempre trouxe no seu legado a luta do povo negro, dos quilombos, né? O processo de resistência que se foi criado nos quilombos aqui no Brasil para a nossa luta campesina, camponesa aqui, nos serviu de muita lição. Foi um legado muito grande. Muitos querem que se tolerem o negro nos espaços e para nós não é isso. Não lutamos pela tolerância, lutamos pelo respeito. Nossa luta é pelos direitos que nos foi negados historicamente. Com a escravidão.
One of our favorite panelists was Dave Harvey, a leading philosopher on the ideas of Marxist theory. He brought a better understanding of the difference between reform and revolution.
That any dominant mode of production and its form of political articulation produces an opposition which is functional to its own reproduction. The bourgeois reform movements plus the working class forced capital to limit the length of the working day and eventually the length of the working week and the length of the working year in such a way that at least the workers remained healthy enough to come back into work and not fall over dead on the job. Now, this is where Marx, I think, has something interesting to say about the relationship between reform and revolution. Reform is the limitation of the length of the working day to 10 hours, 8 hours. Revolution is when the working class says, well, we've got it down to 8 hours. Why don't we just get it down to 3 hours? 2 hours. Then that's revolution.
Some of the participants in the conference also led workshops. We got a chance to share our experience and tell our story about our work in the Bronx. Ustedes tienen que irse. Permiso, permiso, se tienen que mover. Permiso, permiso. Fuera, 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 fuera. Pause.
It's as if the audience is a part of the performance. I mean, normally when we say that the audience is a part of the performance, they give us a chorus, like when we sing, they will sing the chorus with us.
Right.
But here the audience is participating in the actual experience of what you're talking about. And that, I think, is just brilliant.
We got to participate in one of the morning místicas, a ceremonial way to bring in the day.
The mathematics, Hugo Chavez was a bad egg. You gotta work like Chavez. The mathematics, Hugo Chavez was a bad egg.
Even our boy Tev Poe got down with one of the místicas, sharing his flavor from St. Louis with the rest of the world.
They kill us for practice. I'm sick of these bastards. Conspiracy theories to put us all in a casket. Viva, viva, Palestina. Viva, viva, Egypt. Viva, viva, Haiti. Golden AKs inside the palms of a small baby. Suge Knight, activist form, back to the swarm, power to the people.
Let's continue to use the examples of Venezuela, Ecuador, Bolivia, Brazil, yes, and in my experience, Trinidad and Tobago, because my union, the Oilfields Workers Trade Union, we continue to be the only resistance, or one of the few resistance that there is to capital, to the nasty and the wickedness of capitalism. It's evil, man. But at the end of the day, we have to keep going. Change will come. It will come. Solidarity.
It was cool to build with a bunch of scholars, workers, students, and activists all coming together to think of different ideas on how we can unite our struggles worldwide. We go back to the Bronx inspired and salute the MST for their work in Brazil and for the efforts to bring forth a worldwide change.
Carolina